Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over my Commando build. There was a lot of comments on my last video asking for it, so I haven't made an updated one in quite a while, and I've made quite a few changes since my last Commando build video, so let's get right into it. So to start out here, I'll show you my legendary cards. I've got max legendary intelligence, endurance, funky duds. This is because I'm wearing a complete set of Secret Service armor. It just allows me to not take any poison damage at all, pretty much. Follow through. I still have yet to max this card because I've been working on my other ones, but this one will be maxed as well. And then luck and agility. I have all of these cards to be able to run a lot more perk cards, which you'll see when we get to the perk card part of the build. Onto the perk cards. In strength, I have travel and pharmacy, bandolier, and blocker. Travel and pharmacy and bandolier are so that I don't have to worry about being weighed down all the time. And then blockers just so I take less damage from like scorched and stuff that comes up and likes to hit me. In perception, I have master commando, ground pounder, both maxed out tank killer, maxed out commando. I only have 2 in expert commando so that I can have 1 in concentrated fire to be able to target the head when in bats. As you can see, I have quite a bit of points in endurance. I have life giver to give me some more health, iron stomach to increase damage resistance, thirst quencher to increase my AP, fireproof to take less fire damage and explosion damage, and then radical to increase my strength to have a higher carry weight. I run 4 in charisma. I have strange in numbers and tenderizer. Tenderizer is a really good card if you want to just do outright more damage. In intelligence, I have 3 in nerd rage, 1 in scrapper, and 5 in gunsmith. If I'm using an explosive weapon, I'll swap out gunsmith for a demolition expert. In agility, I have covert operative maxed out, Mr. Sandman maxed out, 1 in born survivor, 1 in escape artist, 3 in gun fu, and 5 in adrenaline. And then in luck, I have 1 in Grim Reaper sprint, maxed out better criticals, maxed out serendipity, 2 in starch genes, 3 in critical savvy, and 3 in good with salt. I'm running good with salt. You could swap this out with something else like ricochet, or you can put on like class freak or bloody mess is what I used to run. I like good with salt though because I like to constantly have blight soup active, so I like to be able to hold it without it spoiling on me all the time. Alright, so now we'll get into the equipment part of the build. Alright, so for the weapons, I like to, right now, this is the main weapon I'm running, the Ticket to Revenge. This is, in my opinion, one of the best guns in the game right now, and I would not doubt if they're going to nerf it or change it in some sort of way. And then as a backup, when I'm trying to be more stealthy, I use a quad faster fire rate, less AP cost fixer. These are pretty much the only 2 guns I use. And I'll occasionally use a Enclave plasma rifle. For the armor, I have a full set of unyielding AP weapon weight reduction Secret Service armor. Secret Service is my favorite. It's not necessarily the best armor in the game, but it's a lot better than any of the base armors. And with this new legendary system, I was easily able to trade and farm out to get the mods to make it all AP weapon weight reduction. For my mutations, I have adrenal reaction because it's a bloodied build, bird bones because I don't like to take a lot of fall damage, especially being a bloodied build, you can die easily from fall damage. Eagle eyes for the plus 50% crit damage, egghead for the plus 6 intelligence, that's mostly just for leveling up. Herbivore for cranberry relish and blight soup to just increase the effects of them. Herd mentality, as long as you're in like a public team, herd mentality is always procced. So even if you have no one else on your team but you're sitting in a public team, you'll still get the +2 to all specials. Marsupial for the carry weight plus the jump height, and then speed demon for faster reload speed. As far as it goes for buffs that I like to run, I always have blight soup active. It gives you plus 100% crit damage. It's really easy to get blight soup. I will show you a good place to be able to actually get the blight. Alright, we are down here in the ash heap, over here at the sludge works. This is my favorite place to come and grab blight because there's a lot of it around. Before you go picking it all, just swap out one of your perk cards for green thumb quick. Be able to get twice as much from these. As you can see, there's a ton around. I'm probably not going to be able to harvest it because I was just over here not that long ago. But there was 2 there. There's 2 back here. And using green thumb, and then you just harvest these. You're never going to need more than what you can grab. You see there's more right here. Here we go. Here's some that I haven't harvested. As you see, I'm getting 2 per. Some more up here. It's just all around this area. Alright, we are back here at my camp. I'm going to show you me crafting it. Make sure before you craft your blight soup, you take off one of your cards quick and put on super duper so that you have the chance to craft double while you're making it. As you can see, all it takes is wood, blight, and boiled water. I'm at 6 right now. Let's go ahead and craft it and see how many I get afterwards. You can see super duper did proc. So I got 15. So if I didn't use super duper, I would have only gotten 14. It must have only procced once there, but it does proc a lot more often than that. So that's really the only food buff that I run, unless it's a double XP thing, then I run cranberry relish, but that doesn't have anything to do with the build. That's just for leveling up. And then the other buff that I run all the time is company tea for the plus 20% AP regen. This is just really broken in my opinion, especially since it's kind of pay to win. It was acquirable in one of the previous season passes, and now it's been in the shop multiple times. You get it from the company tea machine here. It's just a camp item. It just sits here and it makes the tea for you all day. So I have it favorited here. I just always pop a company tea and then pop a blight soup, and then I'm good to go for an hour, if I do remember correctly. An hour on the company tea and 30 minutes on the blight soup. Alright, so that's my endgame build here. We're going to get some gameplay here in a second with it. I will also pull up a build for newer players that don't have all the legendary cards. So let's get right into it. Here you guys have seen all around people using the Ticket to Revenge. I know some people didn't actually unlock it with the right perks. They had Furious on it, and then that wasn't supposed to be happening, so then they took the Furious away, but never put the correct effects onto it. As far as I know, they are going to be fixing it. One of the Bethesda devs put out that they are aware of the issue and they will be fixing it in a future update. So if you have the Ticket to Revenge without any legendary perks, make sure to not get rid of it, because they will be eventually fixing it so it will have the legendary perks. And as I said earlier, this is one of the best guns in the game in my opinion. As you can see, it 1 or 2 taps these super mutants. And they're all level 100. Do that, come up here. Alright, we'll head inside here and I'll show you the stealth part of the build with the fixer here. Once I grab some ammo. Alright, we are inside here now. Show you the stealth part of the build. As you can see, I'll just melt right through all these enemies. Oh. Oh, there we go, he died. This is a VATS build. I know not everyone likes them, but just personally what I've been using since the game came out practically. I've been a Commando build ever since two-shot explosive handmaids were the meta. In my opinion, the builds have just been getting better and better with the additions of legendary perks and everything like that. So as you can see, you can just tear through any enemies that you come across. I'd say on a day-to-day basis, super mutants are some of the tankier enemies you'll come across. You'll mostly be running into like ghouls and scorched and stuff like that, which are a lot less HP to kill than a super mutant. If you're going up against robots and stuff like that, I would recommend using the railway rifle, as it puts out more damage. We'll just keep making our way through here. One of the main things I like about this endgame build is with all the legendary perks and being able to equip so many more perk cards, it makes me a lot more tanky than I normally would be. I'm a lot less of a glass cannon. We'll go through here. Finish taking out all these enemies. As you can see, continuing to just take all these enemies out with ease. Only got a few more here before this place is cleaned out. There we go. Alright. As you can see, we just tore through all those enemies. Didn't have any problems at all. As you can see, we had no problems clearing through westek here. So, let's go try it on some more tanky enemies. Alright, we are down here with Swan. Sneak up on him here. Level 100, glowing behemoth. Dead just like that. I'll take us over and we'll test that on a mirelurk queen as well. Get the queen to come out here. There she is. Alright, a level 100 diseased mirelurk queen. See if she turns around here. Come on. Here we go. As you can see, just burned right through her health. That's going to wrap it up for my endgame build. So we'll cut here and I will show you guys the beginner build that's based off of this one. Alright, we are over here on Nukes and Dragons, so I can show you the starter commando build. As you can see, there's a lot less perk cards here, but you're also going to have a lot less perk points to work with. The only legendary perk card that I would recommend to get first is Follow Through, as it's the only one that makes an actual DPS difference on your build. I've got all of the mutations here, as well as all the perk cards and everything. So I will link this build in the description as well, if any of you are lower level and need the starter build. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it informative. If you did, if you could, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments on changes that you'd make to the build, or whether or not you're going to try this build out. See you guys in the next one.
Thanks again for dropping in, and we hope you've enjoyed the evening as much as we've enjoyed having you here. Till next time, please drive carefully, and good night now.